Alright, what up people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Evil Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it's to preview Leicester versus Arsenal. This is a game where to a certain degree it doesn't mean anything. Leicester are well and truly safe. I think they're 10th at the moment, possibly 11th, something like that. But they're comfortably mid-table. No real threat of going down. No real threat of. There's nothing they're chasing. They're they're on the beach, and I think that's pretty evident by their last couple of performances, particularly their loss to West Ham at home. I was very surprised in that, as someone who occasionally plays, kind of puts bets on certain games. That would have been a sure banker for me to say Leicester. But it just goes to show you, sometimes when you have nothing to play, those are the results that happen. And that one was a surprise. Nevertheless, West Ham did what they have to do, and you can bet your bottom dollar that if there's ever a team that can help another team out of their slump, or as Ola would say, be Father Christmas to them, be Santa to them, it's Arsenal. And I can't complain, because we've got 1 week left. That's right. Technically, Wenger is contracted until June, but in terms of footballing matters, in terms of being on the pitch, Arsene Wenger's last 2 games as Arsenal manager is this week. It's kind of weird to say. I'm not really sure how to. I mean, don't get me wrong, my overall feeling is delight, but it's almost a surreal feeling. Mike Hernandez, I think, put it best to me on Twitter, where he basically said that, it won't really sink in for him until he sees another manager in the dugout. Like, it's just such. He's been such a big part of all of our lives. I don't care how old you are. He's been there for 22 years. 22 years, I don't care if you're 50 plus, 20 plus, 16. He's been if you're an Arsenal fan, hell, if you're a football fan, he's been part of our football fan lives for such a long period of time. Yes, my overall feeling is relief and joy and happiness, but part of me is like, wow, it's actually happening, I can't help but feel a little weird about it, but in the same breath, there's so much excitement that's coming forward, when he finally does leave, and, it's just this excitement of we're getting someone new in. We're getting a new manager, a new person, new ideas, just a freshness about the club. Man, and that overrides any feeling of weirdness. So it really is the final countdown for Arsenal. So you guys know DT. I saw him make a couple of decent points over the last week about how he would like us to finish the season strong, given the fact that he believes that if we lose these 2 away games, it puts added pressure onto a new manager. I understand the point. I actually quite like the point. I just disagree with it. I feel like no matter what, a new man is going to have a certain level of pressure, a certain level of expectation. Because regardless of what you and I think of Arsene Wenger, he's a massive staple of the football club and of the Premier League. So for anyone that replaces him, that's going to be a massive expectation, a massive step forward. And I think regardless of whether or not we've had a point in 2018, I personally, I don't think it really makes a difference if it crosses on to next season. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't care if it means fuck all. I'd like us to win because I'm an Arsenal fan. Go figure. It literally means fuck all to us in so many ways. Other than, I'd like us to break that stupid hoodoo. I'd like us to score a point at least in 2018. I don't think I'm being greedy by expecting that, but you guys let me know. With that being said, in Wenger's second to last game ever for Arsenal, this would be the 1-11 that I would hope he would pick. I think in goal, I play Petr Cech. There may be a temptation to play David Ospina with Cech finishing the season, depending on what the results are in terms of who Wenger and the board decide to let go of in terms of goalkeepers. But I think for now, Petr Cech is the right way to go in terms of starting. Right back, I play Hector Bellerin. I actually thought he played pretty well at the weekend. I thought a lot of players did, but he did. Considering he had a shit game against Atletico Madrid, I thought he came back well at the weekend. Start him again. Hector Bellerin. I'm tempted to really play Mavropanos throughout the rest of the season. So I'm going to. Spoiler alert for Huddersfield, I guess. But for the Leicester game, for me, I play Mavropanos in this game. Just because I like the kid. I like the way he conducts himself. I like central defenders that go and attack a ball. And that's what he does as a central defender. Great reader of the game. Very good attacking centre-back. Which is a weird thing to say, but trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Someone that really doesn't wait for the ball to come to him and then react. And then, because of it, he loses track of where the fucking ball is. No, someone who goes to the ball and attacks that motherfucker. So, Mavropanos for me. To me, I'm selling Mustafi in the summer. Again, fucking spoiler alert. That'll be my very first chopping block inductee. So get set for that shit in the summer. But so for me, I freeze Mustafi out straight up. And I don't even change the centre-back partnership. I thought Callum Chambers has been doing very, very well with Mavropanos. I like that little partnership. Don't get it twisted. I still want a central defender in there. But I like that little partnership that's going on there. So keep it going. Chambers plays next to Mavropanos. Left back, I play Monreal. I think, we've rested Monreal for the last game, deservedly so. He needed a fucking rest. Throw him back in this. Why not? In central midfield. Now, first and foremost, I want to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles back in there. Mainly because he had man of the match performance, and he must be thinking, what the fuck did I do? Because the last 2 games, he's not been there. He's not started those games. So I'd like to see him in at central midfield. I get the feeling that Elneny is still injured, and Xhaka's been playing a lot of fucking games. So for me, I play Aaron Ramsey. Stick Aaron Ramsey in there alongside Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Ainsley Maitland-Niles might need to play more of a defensive game on this weekend, but I think it'll be up to the task. So for me, Ainsley Maitland-Niles next to Aaron Ramsey. Then I'm going to go 3 across the middle. I'm going to start with Lacazette. Probably end up being Aubameyang that will play on that left-hand side. But I'm going to play Lacazette on that left-hand side. I'm liking the partnership that's starting to develop between him and Aubameyang. So for me, I play Lacazette. As a number 10, keep it going. Alex Iwobi, number 10. I've always felt like he plays best as a number 10, or at the very least on the left-hand side. But for me, as a number 10, I think you get the best out of him. That's his position. So play him in his position. So for me, Alex Iwobi, number 10. On the right-hand side, go again, Mkhitaryan. I thought he played not too badly against Burnley. So I play him on that right-hand side and keep that shit going. Up top, I play Aubameyang. And that would be me, really. I got a feeling Leicester will snap out of whatever the fuck kind of funk they've been in. And we'll get a 1-1 draw. I'll take a 1-1. This that breaks the fucking hoodoo. But you guys let me know what you think. Are you confident ahead of Wednesday's game? leave it in the comments below. I said this weekend, didn't I? I meant, you guys know what I meant. I meant Wednesday. I just realised my mistake just now. Anyway, you guys leave it in the comments below. If you're listening to me for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. It's the best way of doing it. And it's the best way of catching my end of season show. I'm going to try and get a few people on it. One person's confirmed already, waiting for 2 others. So you guys stay tuned for that. Best way of doing that is hitting that subscribe button, or following me on Twitter, which is in the link in the description below. And absolutely crush, destroy, DDT the shit out of that like button. I appreciate every time you guys do that. Alright people, I'm out of here. Take care.